or being hated, don't give way to hating, nor look too good or talk too wise. If you can dream, but not make dreams your master, or think, but not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster, and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by names and make a trap for fools, or watch things you've given your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools, if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss and lose and start adopted, not because his parents opted for a different destiny, but because at age 3 he became a mixed drink of 1 part left alone and 2 parts tragedy. Started therapy in 8th grade, had a personality made up of tests and pills, lived like the uphills were mountains and the downhills were cliffs, 4-5 suicidal, a tidal wave of antidepressants, and an adolescence of being called pauper. 1 part because of the pills, 99 parts because of the cruelty. Tried to kill himself in grade 10 because a boy had the audacity to call him in his he remains a To this day, kids are still getting called names. The classics were, hey stupid, hey spaz. Seems like every school has an arsenal of names getting updated each year. And if a kid breaks into school no one chooses to hear, do they make a sound? Or is it just background noise of the soundtrack stuck on repeat? When people would say things like, kids can be cruel. Every school was a big top circus tent. And the pecking order, you only have to walk out and get gas. We are the graduating members of We Made It. Not the echoing sounds of voices crying out, words will never hurt me. Of course, they did. But our lives will only ever always continue to be a balancing act. That has less to do with pain and more to do with beauty.
Next up, Spencer Vandershelly. Hi, my name is Abby Wilt, and I will be doing the poem The Colors of Happy. I chose this poem because it reminds me to have a positive and happy outlook on life, and I wanted to share it with you. I am the painter of happy, traveling along life's dark streets, listening for the beat, feeling hidden colors within my feet. I see the beauty beyond the dark, floating within this concrete park, leaving my mark, playing tag with a can of paint. What you see is ugly, it truly ain't. I'm not afraid of dingy places. I let color flow outside the lines. My choices are a different kind, injecting a symphony between life's spaces, color removing teardrop traces. Gray shade this paint erases. I see possibilities in other spaces. Finger painting or with a brush, I make the concrete blush. Beauty awakened with my touch. I love the power of yellow. If you are down or feeling mellow, I might just be the right kind of fellow. My flavors are sweet like Jell-O. Within these hands, I build a rainbow. My tools, stardust and ultra glow from my bowl. I pour happy on your soul, until your own light begins to show. Watch you move quick when others are slow, wrapping amazing with a platinum bow. Let me paint you a different kind of blue, a bright sky technicolor, the perfect one for you, a bubblegum happy kind of chew. So grab life and dance, do what you want to do. Choice is many, don't settle for so few. I can paint you a penny for your thoughts, and help you realize just what you've got. Be a dreamer, it will help a lot. Choose exciting, a life that's red hot. Forget generic, there's more to be got. What I offer can't be store-bought. I'll hand you a brush, we can cover more ground. Flowers squirting, big-footed clowns, spreading happy around, that joyful sound. Multicolored, me and you, unconventional, freedom bound, our happy can astound. What was lost, it's been refound. Time to open those eyes, happy colors, look around.
Great job, Abby. Next up, we have Rebecca Jacoby.
Hi, my name is Rebecca, and the poem that I'm doing is called Soldier Daddy. And I picked it because I think it really reflected the real world and how, in World War II, and how sad families were when the wife's husband had to go out to fight the war and win. So, yeah. To you, I may be very small, or think I don't know much at all. I've learned to grow up rather fast, with so much future and not much past. I'm just 2 years old, but often sad. I want so much to hug my dad. He's protecting us from far away, his life in the line every day. I watch my mom and see her cry. I already know, but still ask, why? Her heart is hurting, yet she tries to smile, and we hold each other for a little while. I'm still young, yet very wise. I have my fun, but realize my soldier daddy is brave and strong, and I pray his deployment won't be long. Thank you.
Good job, Rebecca. Next up, we have Sol Sanchez.
Thanks. Hi, I'm Sol, and today I'll be reciting the poem Explaining My Depression to My Mother by Sabrina I don't know how to pronounce her last name. But I just wanted to share this poem because I know there's a lot of people going through the same thing, and I just wanted to let you know you're not alone. Okay. Mom, my depression is a shapeshifter. One day it's as small as a firefly in the palm of a bear. The next, it's the bear. On those days, I play dead until the bear leaves me alone. I call the bad days the dark days. Mom says, try lighting candles. When I see a candle, I see the flash of a church. The flicker of a flame sparks of a memory younger than noon. I am standing beside her open casket. That is the moment I realize everyone I've ever come to know will someday die. Besides, Mom, I'm not afraid of the dark. Perhaps that's part of the problem. Mom says, I thought the problem was you can't get out of bed. I can't. Anxiety holds me hostage inside my house, inside my head. Mom says, where did anxiety come from? Anxiety is the cousin visiting from out of town. Depression felt obligated to bring to the party. Mom, I am the party. Only I am a party I don't want to be at. Mom says, why don't you try to go to actual parties, see your friends? Sure, I make plans. I make plans, only I don't want to go. I make plans because I know I should want to go. I make plans because sometimes I know I wouldn't want to go, but it's not much fun having fun when you don't want to have fun, Mom. See, Mom, each night, insomnia swoops you up in its arms, dips you in the kitchen in the little glow of the stove light. Insomnia has this romantic way of making the moon feel like the perfect company. Mom says try counting sheep, but my mind can only count as to stay awake, so I go for walks. But my stuttering kneecaps clink like silver spoons held in strong arms and loose wrists. They ring in my ears like clumsy church bells, reminding me I am sleepwalking on an ocean of happy I cannot baptize myself in. Mom says happy is a decision, but my happy is as hollow as a pinprick egg. My happy is a fever that will break. Mom says I am so good at making something out of nothing and flat out asks me if I'm afraid of dying. No, Mom, I am afraid of living. Mom, I am lonely. I think I learned how when Dad left to turn the anger into lonely, the lonely into busy. So when I tell you I've been super busy lately, it actually means I've been falling asleep watching SportsCenter on the couch to avoid confronting the empty side of my bed. But my depression always drags me back to my bed until my bones are the forgotten fossils of a skeleton sunk in city. My mouth a boneyard of teeth broken from biting down on each other. The hollow auditorium of my chest wounds with echoes of a heartbeat. But I am a careless tourist here. I will never truly know the places I've been. Mom still doesn't understand. Mom, can't you see? That neither can I.
Great job, Soul. Next, we have Anna Freihofer.
My name is Anna Freihofer, and I am doing The Crickets Have Arthritis by Shane Poison. It doesn't matter why I was there, where the air was sterile, or the sheets sting. It doesn't matter that I was hooked up to this thing that buzzed and beeped every time my heart leaped, like a man whose vitals in God's hands are big enough to catch an airplane or a world. It doesn't matter that I was curled up like a fist, protesting death, or that every breath I took was either hard labor or hard time, or that I was either too hot or too cold. It doesn't matter, because my hospital roommate wears Star Wars pajamas, and he's 9 years old. His name is Lewis, and you don't have to ask him what he's got. The bald head, skinny bones, frame speaks volumes. The Game Boy and the feather pillow boom like they're trying to make him feel at home because they know he's going to be here for a while. I manage to smile the first time I see him, and it feels like the biggest lie I've ever told. I hold my breath because I'm thinking any minute now he's going to call me on it. I hold my breath because I'm scared of a 57-pound boy hooked up to a machine because he's been watching me. But maybe I've got him pegged all wrong. Like maybe he's bionic or something. But I look away. I look away like I just made eye contact with a gang member who's got the rapture of a lecture on the dumb mistakes politicians have made. I look away like he's going to give me my life back the moment I've got something to trade. I damn near pull up my pack and say, cigarette? But my fear subsides from the moment I realize Lewis is all show and tell. He's got everything from a shotgun shell to a crow's foot, and he can put them all in context. Like, see, this is from the shooting range, and see, this is from that weird girl. I watch his hands curl around a cufflink and a tie net, and realize that every knickknack is a treasure, and every treasure's got a story, and every time I don't think I can handle more, Lewis hits me with another story, and says, see, this is from my mother, see, this is from my father, see, this is from my brother, see, this is from that weird girl. It took me 2 days to realize that this weird girl is his sister. It took him about 2 hours today, after she left, for him to realize that he missed her. And they visit every day and stay well past visiting hours, because for them, that term doesn't apply. But when they do leave, Lewis and I are left alone. And he says, the worst part about being sick is that you can get all the free ice cream you can ask for. And he says, the worst part about that is realizing that there's nothing else they can do for you. He says, ice cream can't make everything okay. He asked me if I believe in angels. And before I realized I don't have the heart to tell him, I tell him not lately. And I just lay there, waiting for him to hate me, but he doesn't know how, so he never does. Lewis loves like a man. He lived in a time before God gave religion to men, and left it for them to figure out what hate was. He never greets me with silence, only a smile I've never seen in someone who knows they're dying. I'm trying so hard not to remind him that I'll be on in a couple days, smoking cigarettes and taking my life for granted, and he'll be planted in his bed like a flower that refuses to grow. I've only known Lewis for 5 days, and all I really know is that he loves to pull feathers out of his pillow and watch them float to the ground, as if he's the philosopher inside the scientist ready to say, it's been gravity that's been getting us down. But the truth is, there's not enough miracles to go around, kid. And there's too many people petitioning God for the winning lotto ticket. For every answered prayer, there's a cricket with arthritis. And the only reason we can't find answers is because they didn't invite us to the search party. And Lewis, right now, the crickets have arthritis. So there's no music. No symphony of nature dwelling into crescendos, as if ripping halos into melodies that can keep the rhythm of the way our hearts beat. So we must meet silence with the level of noise that parents of dying 9-year-old boys have when they take the liberties into speaking to God. We must shout until we shatter in our own vibrations, and let our lives echo and grow distant. Grow distant enough to know that as far as our efforts go, we don't always get a reply. But Lewis, I swear, to whatever God I can find in the remaining time I have left, I will remember you, kid. And I'll tell you stories as often as every story you told me, and when I tell it, I'll say, see, there's still bravery in this world. There's 6.5 million people curled up like fists protesting death, and that every breath we breathe has to be given back. A 9-year-old boy taught me that. So hold your breath as you hold a pin when writing thank you letters on your skin to every tree that gave you that breath to hold. Then let it go, as if you understand something about getting old and having to give back. Let it go like a laugh attack in the middle of a really good game, because what's the night work without something to tell? And why wield a word like work if you've got nothing to sell? People drop pennies down in wishing well so that the cost of desire is equal to that of thought. So if you've got expectations, expect others have your exact same dreams for the price of a hard work, hang in, hold on mentality. Like I accept any challenge, so challenge me. Like I brought a knife to the gunfight, but the other night I mugged a mountain, so bring that, because I've had practice. Lewis and I cracked the world wide open and found that the prize inside is that we never lied to ourselves. Never told ourselves it'd be easy or undermining. So we sing in our own vibrations and dare angels to eavesdrop and stop mid-flight, to pick feathers from their wings and write demands in God's hands that they took the time to catch you. So even if they don't, it wasn't because we didn't try. The day I left, Lewis pulled a feather from his pillow and he said, "Here, this is for you." I half expected him to say, "See, this is the first one I grew."
Can we have a round of applause for everyone who performed tonight?
Now that all of the poets have performed, you can go ahead and vote on your mobile devices. If you don't have a mobile device with you, there is an iPad station over there where you can vote. All you have to do is enter the code on the top of your paper that you have. What about that one girl that Wait, oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so you only get to vote once, so vote wisely. The results of the ballot will be up shortly to determine the winner of the 2015 Poetry Slam.
Thank you all for coming tonight.
The cool thing about poetry, this is our trophy this year. It has two components on it. It has a brain. Because I don't know, if it were me, a 13-year-old, get in front of a large audience, memorizing something that's like 6 minutes long, that is brutal. I'm so proud of these students. So proud of them. I don't know about you, parents. Let's give them So it has a head and it has a heart, and that's the difference of poetry and other things, because it's beauty and passion and things that you speak to you. So we glued those on today. I've just measured the results. The Poetry Slam trophy goes to Nolan Dory. Thank you for coming to our second annual Poetry Slam, and we look forward to next year. Thank you. Parents, one more thing. If you would help me fold up chairs and stack them against the metal grate right here, that'll help our custodians put them away. That'd be really helpful.